Hello my beautiful people and welcome to my channel. In this space I'm going to be sharing with you monthly general tarot readings as well as my TikTok lives, and I'll also be sharing with you essential oil education and, excitingly, my podcast interviews for my podcast. I'm Kitty O'Brien and thank you so much for joining me here. So for the best free online tarot readings and for the most accurate tarot readings, hit that little bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video, and the subscribe button. Hello my beautiful people and welcome. My name is Kitty and these are Sagittarius readings for the month of October. Whatever falls in this month though, it might drag on for the next couple of months. I always say keep an open mind for 3 to 6 months. So let me, oh my goodness. I can tell this is going to be an interesting reading from the very first card. I'm going to pull some cards for you. Okay, there are 14 cards in total and I'm going to let them all fall and then I'm going to go through them with you. And I'm also going to be using some oil magic essential cards for some lovely plant magic, which is towards the end of the reading. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Oh, it's the devil. The devil's not a bad card, by the way. The devil is not a bad card. Everyone thinks he is, but he's not. So basically, when I'm a witch, so oh no, this is flying right across the room. Oh. So yes, very well, a very long time ago, when we were still hunter gatherers, the men used to go off and hunt, and the women stayed at home, in the village to look after the village life. And the stag was what we commonly hunted. So people used to wear antlers to get closer to the stags to be able to hunt them and the herds of deer. And then women discovered how to domesticate animals and how to develop agriculture. So it was actually women who set up agriculture. And they had goats. So then they went from hunting the stag, which was the king of the forest, to worshipping the goat. And the goat also had horns. So that's why you see that is why, unfortunately, with the Catholics, they used our symbol, because we witches don't actually even believe in the devil. It's not even on our radar. We believe in karma and what you put, like, don't harm anyone because it will come back 3 times. So the Catholics do believe in the devil, and it looked like the same God that we worshipped. So it was, you know, half goat, half man. And, you know, it was done. It was basically done to bring the Catholic faith in and get rid of the pagan faith. But that's the story of the devil. Now, and actually in this reading, the devil represents you. So I'll go into that. So make sure you stay tuned. It's nothing to worry about. And also I want to say Sagittarius is the element of fire before we begin, because we got fire. Wands. 10 of Wands is about fire. Now, my darlings, I can see that you are holding the weight of the world on your shoulders. You are holding the weight of the world on your shoulders. I mean, really burdened, really weighed down. You've got so many responsibilities. You can't see where you're going. It's like every day is just a muddle to get through. And you can see you're so weighed down. So you really need to change your mindset. You really need to change your perspective. And in turn, that will change like personal boundaries and things. Because what you've got is the Ace of Swords, which is coming up as an obstacle. Now, the Ace of Swords represents a new way of thinking. Okay, so if in order for you to let go of things that are no longer serving you and putting some personal boundaries in place and saying, no, that is not my responsibility. Until you do that, this situation is not going to change. So that's why it's coming up as a slight obstacle. So you really need to get clear on what you want to do, your gut feeling, and what your desires are. And then, you know, magic is going to happen. So that's why the Ace of Swords is coming up as an obstacle. Swords represents the element of air, which is thought patterns, habitual behaviors, also the subconscious conscious mind, paradigms, all of that shebang, okay, conditioning, all of that. So, and whenever you have an ace in tower, it represents something new coming in. So that's coming up as a slight obstacle because you need to shift your thought patterns with a new way of thinking. Now, I can see You want happily ever after with the 10, another 10. The 10 of Cups. And you won't believe it, but this card has fallen already in at some other readings I've been doing today. So 10 of Cups, happily ever after. Literally your dream life coming true. This is your desires card. This is what you want, okay? Now, I can see from the past that you had some heartache. And it's probably why you take on more than you should do, because there's a lot of guilt and shame around that. 3 of Swords represents something that's happened in the past that's caused you a trauma. And it doesn't even have to be like, it could be like mental health, depression, anxiety, anything like that. But something that's caused heartache. Or it could have been something that's happened to you. So I fled domestic violence in case of control. So when I see this card, this reminds me of everything that I've gone through and what I've healed from. So it could be anything, okay? And this comes up in your past. Now it can go back to childhood traumas, or it could have been something more recent. But this card means that you're like on the healing journey. Like the past is in the past now and you're beginning to heal. So something's happened. You've got the weight of the world on your shoulders and you're carrying far too much responsibility. Probably a typical people pleaser. But what you really want is your dream life. You just want to be happy and full of joy and all those wonderful things. And to be loved, you know. And what the universe is saying, like, there's the Wheel of Fortune that comes into play. There's some things we can't control in life. Okay? And this is a really important message with these 2 cards. Some things you just can't control in life. You're going to be thrown curveballs and you've just got to deal with them. And how we deal with them is we lots of different ways. We need to find something that we can focus on. So no matter what we're going through, we can still have that focal point. And you can see all these lines are going into a focal point. And we can focus on it and it will get us through. You can also see the 4 elements around the side as well. Now in my toolbox, I've got my essential oils, which I'm going to do some, I've got a different deck I'm going to be using in a minute. So that's in my toolbox. So when I'm going through really rough times, because unfortunately I'm still stalked by my ex and stuff like that, I know I've got my little bottles of magic to support me. Okay, I make sprays with them and everything. These are brilliant for cleansing tarot cards, spreading your aura. I use essential oils all the time. And my son, he's got autism and sensory difficulties. I'm a single mum. So I've got my tools. Okay, I do meditation. I love my crystals. I've got my stuff. So you need to find something in your life that's going to get you through these times, these hard times. Okay, hard times of the past. And focus on them. So you can deal with whatever life throws at you. If you're on a down, for example, if there's something happening in your life and you're feeling like you're being pulled down, you can still plan for your up. All right? It's all about mindset. It's all about mindset. So we need to change. You need to change your mindset. You need to find that little. You need to find whatever it is that you can focus on to get you through the tough times. Okay. Now it also means that you are responsible for your own path. You are responsible for your own life. You do not need to be responsible for everybody else. All right. You don't need to. They are responsible for their own life. They're responsible for their own choices. They're responsible for their own emotions. You are not living their life. They are living their life. You are living your life. So live your life, you know, and don't worry about everyone else. They're not your responsibility, as hard as that is, all right? And this is where the devil comes into play, because you need to be selfish. The devil represents all those feelings we feel guilty for. So if we're feeling selfish, if we're feeling like, no, I don't want to do that, I don't want to help that person, I just want to think about me and I don't care, that would be seen to be quite selfish. You know, we've been programmed by society to be people pleasers. Now, it's perfectly okay to be that way. It is perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay to feel those feelings to the fullest, because that means you are truly living your life, all right? Now, the devil does represent other stuff. He can represent affairs and things like that, or he can represent wearing a mask. So are you wearing a mask? You know, are you truthful with everyone? Are you open? Are you honest? Do you express yourself? Do you tell them how you really feel? Or do you wear that mask and pretend everything's fine? So yeah, he can represent a lot of different things, but one of them is like just to do what you want to do and not care about anyone else, and not in a horrible way, but just you stay in your lane, they stay in their lane, and yes, you can help and support people, but you don't have to take on all their worries and woes. You know, it's okay to park that and say, actually, you need to sort that out. So, and make space for yourself and love yourself and think of yourself and put yourself first is what the devil represents. He doesn't represent you're going to be cursed and all of that. I see so many tarot readers say, oh, you're about to be cursed. It's rubbish. Anyway, I'm not going to go on a rampage about the devil. But you are being fully supported. So if you choose to say, I don't want to do that today, or no, I can't help you today, or no, I don't have time and space to help you today, people aren't going to say, oh my God, you're the worst person in the world. They're not going to do that. They're going to say, okay. You're going to get some people who are going to get themselves in a fluff about it, but that's nothing to do with that you. It's all to do with them and how they process their own emotions and feelings. So you are fully supported. You know, you are so loved and you are so supported. So you just remember that. And not everyone has to like you, and you don't have to like everyone. Now, your hopes and your fears is the Page of Wands. He represents a whole new adventure. So leaving everything behind and just starting on a new adventure. And that is thrilling and it's exciting and it's also freaking terrifying. Because change is scary, change is different, you know. And it's just like, you want all this new stuff coming in, and it's like, yeah, but oh, I don't know, it's a bit scary. It's like, I follow this wonderful lady called Amanda on Instagram, and she just bought herself a new car, red Aldi actually, and she said, like, she caused her so much anxiety. She was so excited to buy this new car and go on a new adventure, and then she was worried about what everyone would think, like, well, how did you afford that? How did you get the money for that? And she said, actually speaking to the dealers, so many people buy a new car, but when they turn up to trade in their old one, they just can't do it. So new adventures are scary, but they're worth it, all right? And you are, my lovely, going to go on a new adventure, okay? Because these 3 cards are your outcome cards, and they support your future card. The Hermit's journey. So the Hermit in Tarot is someone who's enlightened, someone who's taken a step back, he's gone on his own path, very much follows his internal compass, and he shines his light out to the world. And the 8 of Cups represents that journey. So he's got journeying up the mountainside, and you can see he's left everything behind. This card represents movement, moving forward for a new adventure. So you are going to be moving forward. You're going to have new things coming into your life. You're going to start attracting them in. The minute you stop worrying about everyone else and start focusing on you, loads of beautiful new things are going to come in. And we got the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles is a wonderful card. He represents ambition, but he represents the element of earth as well. He represents things that are going to be around for a long time, long-standing, and also finances as well. Okay, finances. And I'm just going to get my Witches Tarot book. I am going to start doing tarot readings just for witches as well, because this is all about the magic of the craft. But for now, I'm just going to read what they say about Pentacles. Oh yes, here we go. The King of Pentacles. When the King of Pentacles makes an appearance in a reading, know that with hard work and determination, success is on its way. So stop working on everyone else and start working on you. The King of Pentacles represents a man with dark hair and deep brown eyes. He's easygoing, responsible, and most importantly, a realistic man. An earth sign man. He is strong, steady, and mature, and enjoys the simple pleasures in life. He's generous and supportive. He has a generous and supportive personality and is a loving, loyal spouse. He is a protective father who honestly enjoys his children. This man is successful, practical, and content with his life. He is a skilled craftsman and one who enjoys gardening, landscaping, farming, or woodworking. He is happiest when he is working with the soil or making something with his hands. He has worked hard and has earned his comfort and success. The lessons of the King of Pentacles is that your efforts have manifested into success and prosperity will be drawn to you. Woo! I love it. it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love this book. This is freaking phenomenal. Witch's Tarot. Highly, highly, highly recommended. I'm still learning the messages. They're very different from these ones. But I love learning about tarot and all the different decks. So this is a person coming to you physically, or someone you will meet, or this is like your success actually coming to form. Now, you will, this is why we have to make long-term changes to our mindset, because sometimes people can jump on the bandwagon and go, yay, I'll change my mindset, and then like before you know it, they're back to the old ways. To actually physically to form a new habit, we have to physically grow new neural pathways and brain cells, okay? And it takes 28 days to do that. 28 days to form a new habit. So the message for these cards is, don't go back. There's going to be times in the future when you're thinking all of this is going so well and you start slipping, because it's self-sabotage, back into your own ways. Don't do it. Okay, and first signs of that will be you're going to get some sleepless nights, worry, racing thoughts, anxiety, sleepless nights. That is the first sign you're slipping back to your old ways. So you need to find a tool. Remember, we talked about a toolkit. Example, essential oils, or I don't know, crystals, whatever you fancy, wherever floats your boat, okay? Focus on them, let them support you, let them help you. You know, come back to yourself and continue on this glorious path of success. And you're also going to find yourself like fighting with unseen enemies, which again is yourself, you know, really battling with unseen enemies with the Seven of Wands. You're going to be like, you know, I want to do this, but should I do that? You know, what happens if I do this? Or is that the right choice? Maybe that's the wrong choice. I want to do this. Or no, do I really want to do that? And do you know the yin yang yo we go through, the little self-talk, the little conversation? You know, we have the same conversation over and over and again with ourselves. Don't let it happen. Break those thought patterns. Tell that negative self-talk like, A, you're not invited here, and B, I'm in the driver's seat. This is my life. I'm driving it, not you. Okay, because that's all your paradigm stuff, which is your subconscious mind, which is conditioning, which I talk about in my book. So there's not enough time to talk about it here. But yeah, don't slip back. Don't slip back. Keep going forward. Keep going forward. And then, I mean, Christ, look, you've got success and you've got a new life right on the way. And I know and I believe in you that you can do this. If I can do it, you can do it. And I believe in you. I was psychologically tortured for 4 years, you know, and it's hard. It really is. It's frankincense. Frankincense. Oh my God, I love a bit of frankincense. I really, really, really do. And do you know what? If you do practice spells and stuff, frankincense is amazing as part of a protection spell. Now, frankincense is the male, myrrh is the female, just so you know. And it's a resin from a tree. You can see all those little mystical symbols around the edges. And it's got a really unusual element to it, actually. It's not one of the... I'm going to read you some magic. I love frankincense. Oh my goodness. If you get the startup kit for essential oils with doTERRA, you do get a bottle of frankincense with. Oh... Go share your magic with the world. Isn't that lovely? So it's the crown chakra. It's about spirituality, destiny, life mission, understanding divine beauty and protection. The astrological ruler is the sun. So of course it's masculine. Sun is for men, moon is for females. So it's about expansion, about brilliance in the divine masculine. It is the house of Leo, which is also a fire symbol. So it's about leisure, children, affection, romance, play, and taking action. So very much the King of Pentacles. And it's beautiful divine meaning. This is a time for enlightenment, transformation, and transcendence. Your purpose will become clearer soon. Embrace the divine masculine within and around you. Harness your power and ability to manifest. Luck is on your side. Show your father love and gratitude for the lessons he has shown you. So I want to say a disclaimer here. So forgiveness has played a massive part in my life. So my ex, I never thought I'd be able to forgive him for anything that he's done. And also with parents, sometimes they gave us a rough time as a child. You know, not every parent was a good parent. And what I say to that is, they parented in a way that they only knew. So they did the best with the toolkit that they had. And how they behaved is a reflection on how they were raised. Okay, when you look at the paradigm and your conditioning and stuff like that, that will all make so much sense to you. So your father might have done horrible things. So I'm not saying like reconnect and pick up the phone and call. But just, you know, even if you don't feel like you had the best childhood and it was average, you know, mediocre, just know that your parents did the best that they could with the skills set that they had. And even if they were horrible people, they were made that way. They weren't born that way. So just in your heart, try and open it to forgiveness and gratitude for the lessons that you've learned. Okay, so you do not always have to put on a brave face. Others will be drawn to you when you show them who you truly are through authenticity and vulnerability. Boom shakalaka boom. So showing who you really are authentically with the devil, and people will be drawn to you and support you. Okay, with the 6 of Wands. Do not forget the universe is infinite, and so are your possibilities. Oh, I love it. So with your essential oils, doTERRA ones anyway, you can apply them neat on your skin, so topically, or you can breathe them in through a diffuser, so aromatically, or you can ingest them. But always read the back of the bottle, whether you can ingest them or not. So with frankincense, you can put a drop in your hand, or you can mix it with a carrier oil or a lotion potion, moisturizer. So pop a drop in your hand and just breathe it in and and embrace, you know, you're ready to feel greater gratitude for all life and a stronger sense of oneness. And the practice, put frankincense into your hands and inhale his aroma. Anoint your crown of your head and then the soles of your feet before placing your hands over your heart. State 5 things you are grateful for today. And the animal guide is a lion and the crystal is a ruby. Oh my God, I love it. I will be dropping some information about frankincense in the description box below. It is a beautiful oil. I've just run out of it. I have to get some more. And yeah, it smells divine. And if you want to complement the masculine with the feminine energies, you can get the myrrh as well. So, thank you so much, my beautiful people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do classes every Wednesday on Facebook with essential oils if you're interested in the oily magic. And I go TikTok live on a Tuesday. All right, my lovelies. Bye. Mwah.